It's Monday, February 20th. Haven't done a garden video in a while, so gonna walk around real quick. Greenhouse is working out well, or hoop house, whatever this is called. Hoop house, I think, is more accurate. Still some stuff, not much on this side for whatever reason, but some spinach, like winter cress. There's this sort of like dandelion-y looking spinach as well, I believe. Anyway, some stuff from the fall, lots of chickweed. Grass is on this side. I think this uphill side is doing better because it gets the rainfall kind of soaking through. A little drier over here, and I haven't been watering too much. I did sow some seeds in here. I see some stuff popping up, so I need to come through and rip out some of the chickweed, because yeah, there should be another round of greens underneath somewhere. Got all these little trays started, or not all of them, one not filled with seeds, but all the rest do have seeds of various sorts. Put some potatoes from the grocery store in those kind of rotten potatoes that were sprouting. Seeds, a bunch of onions, peas. What's in those guys? Some sort of perennial mint thing. Chinese artichoke. Stachys affinis, I believe. My gutter setup in the tank is working out super well. You can kind of see the water level there. And I got this little pump thing that my DeWalt drill battery snaps into. I had to mod it a bit, cut off the backside to make my 6 amp hour battery fit in there, but that's working out quite well. And actually earlier today I used that pump to pump from here up to those beds, which also worked well. Some stuff's coming to life. The flowers are closed now, but yeah, I think they open and close during the day. Now they're open, a little past their prime, but hazelnut flowering. Anyway, lots of stuff is coming back to life. Up here, I filled these lower 2 raised beds with a little more soil. They were a little bit low, and sowed seeds in these 2, mainly leafy greens, lettuce. And then I got these bamboos earlier in the winter, put them in place to build a trellisy thing for peas. I haven't yet planted any, but I'll do peas maybe here as well. I have not done anything with these beds yet. I need to add a couple inches of soil and clean them up a little bit. This is some of the cleanup out of those beds. Old radishes and I don't know, all kinds of old stuff. Haven't done much or anything in these beds yet. There's some Egyptian walking onions. I put soil on top and I kind of over buried certain things, but there's an Egyptian walking onion coming up. And I think these are garlic chives. And there's some strawberries through here. There's a carrot, strawberry. I planted some perennial onions that have kind of like all throughout the winter done well, gotten whacked, come back, gotten whacked. So they've been kind of like living and, or, you know, thriving and dying over and over again all winter, but they've hopefully turned a corner and will just grow well for the rest of this season. Need to finish adding soil and cleaning up that top bed later on. So my little fish pond. The solar charge controller, I think, just randomly broke. I have no idea why, but it's like, I haven't checked it recently, but it's saying E10, which is PV over voltage, which makes no sense. It'll say that like when the sun's down even. Don't know what's up, but other screens on that thing are screwed up as well. So unfortunately, my pump in here has not been running. And well, last year I had it running. I had this deal pumping up into like a little waterfall, which I think it got down to like 29 one night, and I didn't bother like winterizing it, or anyway, the hose there froze and cracked, so I scrapped the waterfall thing. Now it just pumps into this little bin. But yeah, with it not pumping, I put some watercress, transplanted some watercress from our spring up into this thing, and it was super happy until the flow stopped. Same thing with these iris. Anyway, I've got a new charge controller on order, so hopefully pretty soon the water quality will be better and that'll be happier. Haven't done anything in this bed. These are all garlic chives, which it turns out is sort of weedy. This is grass. It's really hard to tell the difference. They look very similar. I raked all the swales up onto the berm, sowed wildflower seeds. In the process of raking stuff up, I kind of buried other random things I have planted, so I need to go through and find those things. There's a turtle hanging out over here, I think. There was, yeah, he's there. I fed him a couple apples. Have you snacked yet? Hard to tell. His head's out. He's been there for like 5 days, which is why I gave him a little apple slice today. I grafted some Shenandoah pawpaw on top of wild pawpaw grown from seed. Same thing for this guy. These are the wild ones grown from seed. I put them in like 4 years ago, and they're finally big enough to graft onto. What else? All down there is all stuff I pulled out over the winter. Like there was a Juneberry there that I moved down. There was, well, Juneberry here, there, a bunch of stuff that was just in stupid spots. So now I can walk where previously I had a Juneberry. This potato bed is a mess. I probably shouldn't grow potatoes again in this same spot, since there are all these rotting. It's like been inoculated with rotten potato loving bacteria. I don't know, not much to say up here. A couple new jujubes put in. Tiny little guy here and another one right there. And one more down there, hoping they do well this year. It's a fig I cut back a bunch that probably is going to die to the ground because it's been quite cold, or it was cold. Here's a honeyberry leafing out, or, well, there are 5 honeyberries in here. This guy looks a little worse for wear. Gumi, not quite leafing out, although autumn olive definitely has leaves fully out. Here's Nanking bush cherry, just starting to come out. The fox freaking, anytime I like plant anything, he sees that as a critter digging a burrow, and then he freaking comes in and digs. Like, dug a hole at the base of that mulberry, so I gotta go fill in behind him. Some more cleanup still needed. Like there's honeysuckle choking out this Nanking, and this currant's kind of, yeah, I need to get in and clean up a few more things. But in general, feeling pretty good. I got most of the like early spring sowing done that I wanted to do. Hopefully have a round of lettuce and spinach and brassicas and whatnot available to harvest pretty soon. And then I did start a couple tomatoes and a couple bell peppers, you know, stuff for later in the season. It may be a little early for that, but we'll see. Rolling the dice. And gonna try and I think I might use this little section here for tomatoes. Did cucumbers there last year. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do in these 2 beds, nor these 2. But kind of incrementally I'll revive or, you know, get these beds going once I've got stuff to plop into them. That's sort of it. Yeah. Okay.